Junie B., first grader. Jingle bells, Batman smells. P.S. So does May. Written by Barbara Park. Chapter 9. The Bestest Gifts. The next morning, Mother gave me a $5 bill for the gift shop. I looked at it in my hand. Big whoop, I said. I would not actually recommend saying that comment. I got marched to my room for a timeout. While I was there, I unzipped my backpack, and I checked on my coal. It was still safe and sound in its plastic baggie. After that, I got the $5 Grandpa Miller gave me, and I added it to Mother's money, and I hid all of my dollars in the bottom of my shoe. Hiding money in your shoe is a good way to keep it safe from pickpocket people. I saw that on the Travel Channel. But I must have done something wrong, I think, on account of my dollars got very wadded up at the end of my sock, and they pressed against my little piggy toe. That's how come, when I got to room 1, I took off my shoe, and I rubbed my toe all better. May looked over at me. She made a face and held her nose. That is disgusting, Junie Jones, she said. People should not play with their own stinky feet. I raised my eyebrows, very curious. Then whose stinky feet should we play with? I asked. May put her hands over her ears. I am not going to listen to you today, she said. Today is Secret Santa Day, and I am not going to let you ruin my happy mood. After that, she turned back around, and she tapped on Lenny's head. Happy Secret Santa Day, Lenny. I can't wait for the party. Can you? Lenny started to answer, but May interrupted. I dressed all in red and green today, she said. See my socks? One is red and one is green, see? Lenny stared at her feet. When my grandfather does that, we make him go back and change, he said. May did a giggle. But I did it on purpose, Lenny, she said. See the ribbons on my braids? One is red and one is green, just like my socks. And see, my sweater is green and my dress is red. She stood up and turned around. This is how everyone should dress on Secret Santa Day, she said. Every time I think about our party, it makes my skin prickle. Want to see? She closed her eyes for a second. Then she did a little quiver. Woo! I felt it, she said. I felt my skin prickle again. Lenny stared at her. I stared at her too, 'cause I never actually saw her happy before. You are acting like a nut, I said. How come you are acting like a nut? May started to make a mad face. Then, very quick, she smiled again. Ha! See that, Junie Jones? See how fast I smiled? Even if you call me names, you still can't ruin my happy mood today. I made the cuckoo sign at her. But May kept right on smiling. Pretty soon, the bell rang to start school. Mr. Scary took attendance. Also, we did opening ceremonies. Then, hooray, hooray! He said it is time for room 1 to go to the gift shop. I clapped real loud at that happy news. 'Cause pretty soon I would have my very own squeeze-a-burp, and that is a dream come true. I sprang out of my chair, and I ran to the door. Yay, yay, yay! I'm first in line! I'm first in line! I called real joyful. Then I jumped up and down, and I twirled all around. Plus also I skipped to and fro. Mr. Scary said to please settle down. But my feet would not stop bouncing. That's how come Mr. Scary finally gave up on me, and he held my hand, and both of us led room 1 to the gift shop. I zoomed in the door as fast as I could. Then I ran straight to table 5. But wait till you hear this. There was only one squeeze-a-burp left. I did a gasp at that situation. Then I quick grabbed it, and I hid it in my sweater, and I zoomed to the gift shop lady speedy fast. Quick, hurry, put it in a bag, I whispered. I don't want people to see me buying this, or they might call me a shellfish. The gift lady looked odd at me. Then I handed her my money, and she put the burp in a bag. And no one even saw. I hid the bag in my sweater pocket. Then I walked, real calm, to table 1, and I picked out 5 sets of tattoos. And guess what? Everyone in my family got their own special kind, 'cause Grandpa Miller got dinosaurs, and Mother got dragons, and Daddy got pirates, and Ollie got kitty cats, and my Grandma Helen Miller got the nice variety of swamp animals. She will love these things, I said. There's a swamp animal to match every occasion. After that, I skipped the gift lady, and I gave her the rest of my money. She put them in my same bag. I smiled when I looked in there. These are the bestest gifts I ever bought, I told her. The gift lady nodded. Yes, she said. Tattoos and a belch. Your family will be delighted. I did a happy giggle. Then I ran to the door of the gift shop, and I lined up to go back to room 1. I'm all done, people. I'm all done with my shopping, I called out. May walked by me. This isn't a race, Junie Jones, she said. I made a face at her. Then I sat down on the floor, and I waited and waited and waited. Room 1 is the slowest shoppers you ever saw. Then finally, Mr. Scary said it is time to go back to our room. And so everyone lined up behind me, and I led them back. All of us were buzzing very much, 'cause after lunch would come the party, of course. And the party meant, we get our secret Santa gifts. Mr. Scary hurried to the back of the room. Boys and girls, all of the paper sacks you decorated yesterday are lined up here on the back table, he said. When I call your name, you will walk back here and I'll help you find the right bag, okay? Then you'll secretly drop your secret Santa gift inside and walk back to your desk. He smiled. We don't have much time, so we've got to be orderly, he said. The rest of you will stay busy writing or drawing in your journals. And remember, no peeking. He called Lucille's name first. She skipped to the front of the room and did a twirl. This is just in case anyone missed seeing my expensive party dress today, she said. Then she skipped to the back of the room with her gift shop bag. I looked over at May. She was getting out her journal and not paying attention to me. Very sneaky, I reached my hand in my backpack and I pulled out the baggie with her coal inside. Then I bent over very secret, and I dropped the coal in my gift shop bag. The plastic made a crinkle sound. May turned her head to see. I smiled. She was too late. The coal was ready to go. Chapter 10. Pressure. Friday. Dear First Grade Journal, I keep thinking about May's present. I wonder what will happen when she sees the coal. I wonder what her face will look like. I wonder if she will learn a lesson. I wonder if Santa will be proud of me. That is all the things I am wondering. Your friend, Junie B., first grader. Just then I felt a poke. It was May. Are you getting excited, Junie Jones? I'm getting excited, she said. Lenny heard her. Me too, he said. I'm getting excited too. Herb and Jose both nodded their heads. Me too, they said together. May squirmed and bounced around in her seat. She was acting like a regular kid. Having a secret Santa makes you feel like you have a best friend, she said, very giggling. Right, Lenny? Huh? It makes you feel like you have a best friend, doesn't it? Lenny looked funny at her. But I do have a best friend, May, he said. My best friend is Jose. Jose smiled. Back at you, Len, he said. Herb pointed at me. And my best friend is Junie B., he said. I poked him, very fun. And my bestest friend is Y-O-U, Herbert. Just then, May stopped bouncing and squirming, and her face lost all its happy. Oh, she said real soft. Right. Her shoulders slumped a little bit. Well, anyway, that's what it makes me feel like, she said. Having a secret Santa makes me feel like I have a best friend too. After that, all of us sat there very still. The mood did not feel happy anymore. Very slow, Lenny and Jose turned back around in their chairs. Me and Herb turned around too. We didn't talk again. We just sat there and waited for Mr. Scary to call our names. Finally, he called Jose, and then Lenny. May started to get excited again. I heard her whispering to herself, "It's almost my turn! It's almost my turn! It's almost my turn!" Just then, Lenny came back from the gift table, and May sprang right up. Me, it's time for me, she hollered. Then she grabbed her gift bag, and she ran right back to Mr. Scary. Pretty soon, it would be my turn too. I picked up my gift shop bag, and I peeked at the coal. My stomach felt a little bit sickish at the sight of it. I wonder if Santa's stomach feels sickish before he gives children coal? May skipped back to her chair, and she started singing Frosty the Snowman. I closed my ears, and I tried not to hear her being happy. Finally, Mr. Scary called my name. Junie B., he said. My heart pounded real hard. I picked up my gift bag and walked to the back table. Mr. Scary winked at me. Do you need any help? He asked. I shook my head real fast. No, I said. No help, no thank you, no help, Mr. Scary. I can do this all by myself. My hands felt sweatish and clammish. I wiped them on my skirt. Then I waited, very patient, for my teacher to walk away. After he was gone, I picked up May's gift sack, and I held it in my hand. It was the beautifulest sack on the table. It was covered with shiny gold stars and sparkly red glitter. Plus also, there were beautiful green bows all over the sides. I did a gulp. I wondered how it would look with the black hole inside it. I wondered if May would be sad when she saw it. I did another gulp. I wondered if she would stop singing Frosty. Just then I heard my name again. "Junie B," said Mr. Scary. "Are you sure you don't need any help back there?" Then, oh no. Before I could even answer, I heard his feet. He was coming back to help me. I felt pressure in my head. There was no time left. And so, boom! I did it! I grabbed May's present out of my gift bag, and I dropped it right in her sack. Then I hurried back to my desk speedy fast, and I plopped down in my seat. I took some deep breaths. It was over. And that was that. The end.